All right, it looks like our technology is working this morning and we have gone live this morning. My name is Mike Bridgewater and I am doing the morning devotion for Mount Gilead Church today. Hopefully you can see this picture. This is a picture that was taken almost 19 years ago, and it was on a trip that I went on with some friends shortly after 9/11. This was on Saturday, September 15th of 2001. And if you look here in the picture, this is my dad right there. It's my friend Rob. My friend Stu's kind of down here in behind the water, Steve. And this guy here is Dave. Dave was a poor bloke from the UK who got stuck over here after 9/11, and he ended up taking a guy's place who couldn't come over, and he went on this trip with us, and there I am right there, and that is our illustrious guide for the day. His name was Diamond Jim, and he gave us just a great day on the Upper Gauley River during Gauley season. And if you're not familiar with what Gauley season is, it takes place in September and October on the Upper Gauley River in West Virginia. If you look on a map, you can find Charleston, and you kind of go a little bit south and east, and you will see the Summersville Reservoir and the Summersville Dam. And on the weekends in September and October, they do some planned water releases out of this dam, and they flood the Gauley River, and you can go rafting down that river, and it's just a tremendous thrill ride down the Upper Gauley River in a raft with your buddies. It's dangerous, it's exciting, you get wet, it's a lot of fun. If you ever have a chance to do it, I would recommend it if you're physically able to do that kind of stuff. But when you put in down at the base of the Summerville Dam, it's real noisy. The water's coming out of the spillway there, and the big tubes where the water comes out, and they get you down there in some old rickety buses and everything, and you meet up with your guide, and he starts talking about what's planned for the day. You're going to have lunch here. You're going to get to go swimming here. We're going to do some cliff jumping when we get down to this part of the river, and all the fun things you get to do. But then he gets kind of serious about things, and they start talking about expectations when you're in the raft with your buddies. And it really came down to, he just tells you, you got to pay attention. You got to listen to me on this. You got to obey my commands. I'm going to be telling you, 2 strokes forward, 3 strokes back, left, right. He'll be shouting out all these commands to get you down the river safely and give you the ride that you want to have. And most importantly, he talks about teamwork and working in unity. You want to be working together to get down safely. And that's the point that I wanted to get to today, was about being in unity. One of the biggest challenges that we as the local church are facing today is unity. Some of the consequences of the response to this pandemic has been, flattening the unity curve for sure, and the ability of the church members to serve side by side together in the community. A few of the results of social distancing have been, just fewer opportunities to serve together. Last year, I don't know if you remember, we had Chick-fil-A Day. That was a win on so many different fronts, with getting people involved, being able to raise money, bringing some good food to Mooresville. There was just so many things good about Chick-fil-A Day, and that's just disappeared this year. Another curve that's been flattened is gathering together. Prior to March, we were having 50 to 60 activities a week in the building. Now it's like 15. We were literally having thousands of people in the building each week to now we're just having a few hundred. So that's been another curve that's been flattened. And then there's just fewer people willing to serve. That's another curve that's also been flattened. Some people, are nervous. They don't want to get out. They're staying home, and that's impacted things. But some things have gone up. Some curves haven't been flattened. I think if you look at the mental health issues today, those curves are definitely not flattened. So, and then, you can throw some gas on the fire and inconspicuously mention things like mask wearing, mask effectiveness, contact tracing, vaccines, my rights, your rights, moral obligations, but it's okay for your safety, etc., etc. And pretty soon you can have a 4-alarm fire of disunity burning in that dumpster. So today I just think it's a good time to remind ourselves of some of the simplest words for our guide as Christians in the local church, our guide, our Lord, and our God. And John records this for us in John chapter 13, where Jesus says, "A new commandment I give to you, that you love one another, just as I have loved you. You also are to love one another. By this, all people will know that you are my disciples, if you have love for one another." And then for some self-study today, I would just encourage you guys to read 1 Corinthians 12:12 and all of chapter 13. And just remember that Paul, he didn't write in chapter divisions or verse numbers in his letters. So look at this whole passage as one continuous thought. This is the section where Paul explains how in the church there is unity through diversity the diversity of its members. And he uses this great analogy about the human body, and then explains the more excellent way in chapter 13. So have a great day, enjoy the cool weather, and hope to see you here on Sunday at either 9 o'clock